So people ask us quite a bit, what do we think about personality types and dating? So first thing is, don't take the personality types too literally. Yes, that stuff can help, but it's really more about who are you inside as a person. If you're a high confident, attractive person, everyone's going to want to be around you, right? So just kind of getting that out of the way first. So as we've been doing our objective typing over the years, we have noticed some patterns as far as couples that stay together, couples that fall apart, but we haven't really written anything down super secure here. So I don't have solid numbers on this. This is, again, just kind of my observations over the years. I think this is kind of what I'm seeing. Number one is it seems to be that opposites do in fact attract. So, breaking news here, right? So the masculine is attracted to the feminine, the chaotic is attracted to the controlling, the selfish person is attracted to the martyr, etc. So when you're looking at all of these different functions and animals and letters and all that stuff, each one of them has an opposite. The more opposites you have, then the more you're going to be attracted to that person. Again, generally speaking, and this is kind of what we're seeing and calling the chemistry. Like your body should react to somebody who's very opposite of you. Now, it doesn't mean that you'll get along with them or like them or date them. But for example, like if you're flipping through a dating site or whatever, who are the people that animalistically, as you see them visually, you just go, wow, that person's attractive. Well, you don't know a damn thing about them. Why did your body just respond to that person? And usually this is exactly what we're seeing is, oh, that person probably has a lot of opposite letters and functions and animals and sexual modalities than you do. So that's the first thing. Opposites tend to attract, just like everybody's been saying for thousands of years. And therefore, there is somebody out there who is your exact biological opposite type on the 512 spectrum, and that isn't necessarily the kind of person you're going to be setting out to go find. And why is that? Number two, the commonalities is what keeps you together. So for example, if you and your partner are both thinkers, you're going to be able to spend a lot of time talking about logical stuff and spitting on feelings, right? If you're both sensory dominant, you're both going to enjoy looking at reality, taking in the facts, and then working on figuring out the connections later together. So the commonalities, whatever you have in common with a person, is generally where you kind of have a good partnership and enjoy spending a lot of time with them because you don't have that opposite where they're driving you crazy, right? There's a book I'm always recommending by David Data, The Way of the Superior Man, and he really talks about this aspect. If you have somebody who's very opposite of you, you're going to have a very fiery, sparky, attractive relationship. And if you have somebody who's a little bit more buddy-buddy, you're going to have less fire, but more of a calm, cool relationship. And it's really kind of up to you of like, which do you prefer? And number three, if a person is coming from a position of need, they're going to wreck all of the above. So it doesn't matter how attractive you are or attractive they are to you or how much you have in common. If one or both people in the relationship are a needy, desperate idiot, it's just going to ruin the whole relationship. So this again kind of comes full circle to what I was talking about earlier. The most important thing is to be a happy, fulfilled, positive, giving, abundant person who isn't coming from a position of need. Because as soon as you need attention, as soon as you need relationships, as soon as you need love, as soon as you need somebody else, you're now going to drown them. And you see this in your friends around you. The more needy they are, the more you're like, yeah, I don't want to really hang out with you. People want to hang out with people that are coming from a state of abundance. And that takes a lot of time to grow up and to be a true person of abundance rather than just kind of faking it, right? Now, a lot of times when you're younger, that's kind of the goal of you and the partner. Finding another growth mindset partner who is attractive, who you have a lot in common with. And then one of the things you have in common with is self-growth. So in general, we're seeing that yes, opposites do attract. And number two, the more you're not an opposite, the more you have in common, the more they tend to stay together. And then number three, you really got to look out for that need factor. You got to both be coming from a state of abundance or else somebody's going to drown somebody else.